Hi, my name is Valerie Leonard. I am the founder of nonprofit Utopia, and I am the host of the nonprofit Utopia community. I want to say thank you so much for joining our community, and most importantly, I want to say thank you so much for joining us for Lasting Impact Building Sustainable Organizations. This is our flagship course, and it lays the foundation for many of the discussions that we expect to have from here on out, as well as the courses and other professional development opportunities that we will have in the future. I want to direct your attention to a download. There is a workbook that you should be able to find a link on the front page where you can download it, and I recommend that you download this before you go into lesson 1. The way the workbook is arranged, you will have a note section for every lesson as well as a quiz so that you can test yourself. There's no pass or fail here, but it's a really good way to help you to retain the material that we cover. And after each of those 5 quizzes, you will see an assessment, an organizational assessment, where you can assess your organizational capacity and then identify issues of concern and rank those in terms of priority, and then develop an action plan of addressing each of those issues. And I think it's a really good way to develop a roadmap to move you from where you are now to a higher level of capacity. So before I give you an overview of the course, I want to talk a little bit about our nonprofit Utopia community. As you're aware, the name of the community is Nonprofit Utopia, and we're the ideal community for emerging nonprofit leaders. And we got that name from the work of Thomas More. So Thomas More wrote a book, Utopia, back during the Reformation period, where he talked about an ideal society where each person contributed, to the good of the whole. And we wanted to look at those types of core values and apply them to what we would believe to be an ideal online community for emerging nonprofit leaders. So if we could develop the quote unquote perfect community, knowing that there's no such thing as perfection, what would it look like? And we thought about nonprofit Utopia. So we have created a safe environment in which our members can innovate, speak candidly about the issues and concerns they face on a daily basis, and share ideas and resources. And we like to offer one another encouragement. For example, every Monday we share our goals and objectives and hold one another accountable to meeting those goals. On Wednesdays we celebrate our successes, and then on Fridays we look at things that could have gone better and look at ways that we can improve next time. Our mission is to provide ongoing professional development and networking opportunities in which experienced nonprofit professionals can share expertise with the next generation of ethical leaders. The overarching goal of the community is to give our members the tools they need to develop strong organizations that will make a lasting impact. Our vision is to strengthen the global nonprofit sector by providing training and development opportunities for 50,000 emerging nonprofit leaders throughout the world by 2033. So I want to give you some information about me. My name again is Valerie Leonard. I focus my practice on community and organizational development. I am an instructor with the UIC Certificate in Nonprofit Management Program. I'm also a consultant and trainer, and I am the host of nonprofit Utopia internet radio show on blogtalkradio.com. And I've also developed Capacity Building Blocks, a 10-week workshop series focusing on nonprofit issues, including startup, board development, finance, and compliance. And I take the experiences from my own practice and share them with the community. As you can see, we have a lot to cover for this class. For example, we're going to be looking at the state of nonprofit capacity building in the Chicago area. And for those of you who are taking this course, don't be alarmed by the fact that we are looking at capacity building in the Chicago area. Capacity building seems to be universal, and a number of organizations, regardless of whether they're in Chicago, other places in the country, or other parts of the world, in many instances, we can all relate at one level or another to the need to build capacity. We'll also look at the working definitions of powerful, productive, and profitable as they relate to nonprofit organizations. And in so doing, we're going to be looking at the characteristics of organizations that are powerful, those productive organizations, and those profitable nonprofits. And I know that sounds like an oxymoron, or it sounds unexpected to talk about a profitable nonprofit, but there are sound business practices that nonprofits must adhere to so that they can be strong and viable over the long term. So we'll talk about those characteristics. We will look at strategies for organizations to get to be powerful, productive, and profitable and stay there on a sustained basis. And then we'll look at the importance of organizational assessments. In fact, you'll be able to try this at home. Again, when you complete the lessons, we encourage you to do your own capacity assessment and prioritize those issues and develop a plan of action so that you can move yourself forward. And finally, if you have any questions regarding this course, you can email me at valeriefleonard@nonprofitutopia.com. There is also a discussion forum in the class, and then you can also, visit nonprofitutopia.mn.co, to build upon information that you might glean from there. And then you can follow us on Twitter and then like us on Facebook. We've got a Nonprofit Utopia page. So without further ado, I am going to stop here, and then I will meet you in lesson 1.